Well, our news hounds, Lui and Oliver, are enjoying the week off with their dad, Mark.
But before Mark left, they filed this week's edition of the Newshounds.
Here's the Newshounds, Lui and Oliver, with their World News Roundup.
This week on the Newshounds, an exciting birth announcement.
Crikey! A major discovery in Cambodia.
And whatever you do, don't flush.
But first, it's a panda baby boom. The youngest panda cub was born this week at the Panda Conservation and Research Center in southwest China. The little one joins 24 others that have been born since the start of the year, including 9 pairs of twins. The happy news will help ensure a flourishing giant panda population in China.
Wildlife researchers in Cambodia say they have found 8 hatchlings from one of the world's rarest crocodile species. A team came across the baby Siamese crocs in a river in a wildlife sanctuary in a protected area east of Cambodia earlier this month. The species was once widespread in Southeast Asia, but is now listed as critically endangered. It's believed only about 400 Siamese crocodiles remain in the wild, with most of them in Cambodia. So this discovery is very big news.
The Cynthiana Harrison Public Library is full of books on horses. But this week, the real deal trotted right up. Tammy Reagan, who owns Hank the Horse, brought him to the library to help encourage kids to read. The kids had a chance to read to Hank and 11 other rescue horses. And to encourage kids to get a library card, Hank got one of his very own. So, of course, he had to check out his own book. Hank picked Dr. Seuss, inspiring a library of children to do the same.
And finally, it just keeps happening. Unwelcome creatures in the toilet greeting unsuspecting people when they're the most vulnerable. Michelle Bennett got the shock of a life when she got up at 5 a.m. and found a spiny-tailed iguana hanging out in her toilet. She called trapper Harold Rondon from Iguana Lifestyles, who used what he calls the stick trick to get the iguana to crawl right out. Rondon believes the iguanas get in through vent tubes on the roof, and they like to settle in the most popular seat in the house. Lucky for this guy, Michelle saw him just in time.
And that's this week's edition of the Newshounds Now Update.